And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Tyrese Maxey and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Friday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And looking at the Rockets matchup, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, they've got Brook Lopez, and it's Hendricks in at the power forward. And for the Warriors, they've got Hield, Kuminga out there with Butler. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Gafford in at center. So, Tim, the matchup before us tonight. What do you think we can expect to see?
Well, I think this is going to be one at the three-point line. Both of these teams, high-volume, three-point shooting teams. If they both get hot, it's going to come down to which team can get a stop first.
This is going to be our kind of game. 4 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound, and Gafford throws it down.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
And he showed you great timing as well. Offensive rebounding, one of his specialties.
Now, here's MP. Turned in an outstanding game against San Antonio. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you got to love that energy.
Butler is screen on George. And then Hardaway with the dunk. And you knew MP hit the ground running in his career, but now he has passed Luka Doncic as the fastest to reach 5,000 points.
For a guy that came in with so much hype like MP, he has certainly lived up to it. Getting to 5,000 points so fast illustrates how easy the transition's been for MP to become a star in our league.
Here's Hardaway following the three-pointer by Utah. Here's Gafford. And Lopez pulls it down about a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's Stephens, defended by Kuminga.
Yeah, he was eager that time, waiting on that opportunity. You'll love to see more of that from Kuminga going forward.
Here's Butler. Pass to MP. Shot clock at 6. Driving in, and it's Hardaway with the jam.
Oh, it is nice to be young. MP.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T Connected Cam. Here's George. His last outing, 16 points for him. From the top of the key, rebounded by Gafford.
And that leaves his coach scratching his head because you can't get a better look than that.
Watch the screen.
Hield outside. Back to Hardaway. Gafford sets the pick for Hardaway. Gafford passes to Hield. Lopez grabs the board. Jazz trail by 3. Tim, some forget, prior to the success of Steph Curry, the Warriors were not considered a top-tier franchise.
Well, before he arrived in 2009, this was one of the lowest all-time winning percentages. But they have built a dynasty, and they are now considered one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Stephens. 23 points his last outing. On the wing, George. Lopez, a screen on Hardaway. And here's George for 3. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against one make. MP kicks to Hield. Pass to Butler. Over to the wing. George against MP. Fires the three. And Jimmy Butler, good for three.
And while this has never been the strongest part of Butler's game, Jimmy can certainly hit a three.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, MP.
Well, you talk about a player displaying complete dominance on the floor. This is it. And it seemed like he could do no wrong as he was a factor in really every facet of the game. A truly remarkable performance.
Here's Stephens. No scoring in this one. Lopez lays it up off the glass.
Can't let Lopez get comfortable down low. The second he does, there's no stopping.
MP passes to Gafford. He takes it in over George. The shot's good from Gafford. Gafford's got his third basket of the night right there. Now, here's George. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. From the arc, drills the three-pointer. George has got 6 points.
And developing that three-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
They set the pick. MP passes to Butler. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 3 assists now in this one. And it's Lopez at the elbow. Here's Sensabaugh. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Warriors leading by 7. Butler dishes to MP. Butler is screen on George. MP passes to Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively. Just giving up way too many open looks.
Well, they say film doesn't lie, and you could just imagine these guys watching this film. It's going to be an ugly sight for sure.
Here we are now past the midway point of the season, Tim. What kinds of things are you focusing on right now as you take a look at the league?
Well, Kevin, this is where teams separate. There's 2 paths. Teams that are starting to get themselves ready for a playoff run, and those that are starting to think about their next offseason and angling for a good draft position.
And teams trying to peak at the right time. A very tough thing to achieve, don't you think?
It's critical. You want to be in rhythm and healthy to make that deep playoff run.
And Greg, MP, the fastest ever to 5,000 points and 1,500 assists.
And Oscar Robertson had been the first to do it in his first 200 games. And when you're bettering the Big O, that's putting up some special numbers.
Now, here is George. 8 points for him. Drills it from outside.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Here's Kuminga. Still without a basket. Hield outside. Gafford sets the pick for Hield. A floater, and it's sent back by Lopez.
And we have seen Lopez really improve his shot blocking. Adept at using that length to alter shots.
Here's Stephens. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Outside, George misses the three.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
MP against George. Hardaway kicks to Kuminga. Some changes for Golden State. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Buddy Hield. MP looking around. Takes a three. Cranes the three-pointer. Hardaway has got 9.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
George up top. He's defended by Pajemski. And here's George. He's got 8. Pass to Sensabaugh. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Warriors leading by 9. Tim, I know you love that little push shot that Isaiah Hartenstein possesses in the lane. It really is beautiful, isn't it?
I refer to it as releasing the doves. It's a beautiful thing to watch. I think it's a shot more bigs should try to master because you don't have to get all the way to the rim.
Releasing the doves. And the timing, too, right? I mean, it's got to kind of come in the flow of the kid's movement when he's taking that shot.
Absolutely. He understands how to find those pockets where that shot is available.
Offensive rebound. And Lopez throws it down.
And even though Lopez has taken his game farther and farther from the basket, he can still punish you inside.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Warriors.
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz, really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now, and it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent. It's also about timing.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
George with the ball. Now defended by Oubre.
Yeah, no way. Not happening. Hartenstein denies it. The 7-footer getting it done defensively.
Hardaway passes to Hartenstein. He got right to the cup using that screen.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And free throw good from Hartenstein.
And what Hartenstein gives you is toughness and intelligence. He is such an important part of what they do.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Now Lopez. No good. Great D that time from Hartenstein.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against San Antonio played some superb basketball. He ended up with 37 points, and his assist numbers were unreal, making his teammates very happy. He was a force of nature in that game. He made the opposition look utterly helpless.
Great stuff, Allie. We thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Well, he really lit it up. Maybe we'll see a repeat performance tonight.
And Williams no good on that one. And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
And here are the Warriors now, following the three-pointer by Utah. Hardaway passes to Williams. Now Pajemski. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Sensabaugh, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Is that just a miscommunication? It just can't happen. Let's hope they get on the same page.
Warriors leading by 10. Now Pajemski hasn't made one yet, and the Warriors miss again. Outside Williams. George sets a screen for Williams. To the wing right side. 6 to shoot. Here's Collier. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Oubre. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got assist number 8 now on the night. 32 seconds left to play here in the first. Lebowski passes to Williams. With the drive, and it's Williams throwing it down.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Outside Hardaway. Gets it off. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. MP getting it done for the Golden State Warriors. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. And we'll be right back after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
It's reflected in their assist totals. This is a great start offensively.
Pajemski out there with Hardaway. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Green in at the center position. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
Nice job using Butler off the ball, getting him a shot in rhythm.
To the inside, Collier lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
MP with a screen on Williams. Oh, tough play by Butler.
His efficiency throughout this game has really been something, and his team has been able to succeed in large part because of it.
Here's Collier. A three-pointer off the mark. MP right side. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Well, for a guy who hasn't been in the league a long time, MP has a very soft touch on that jumper.
Driving the lane, Collier. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. MP heading to the hoop. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Pass to Hachimura. Back to MP. Clock at 4. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Pajemski. And it's off from three-point range. Lebowski passes to George. And here they come. Ahead. Butler hammering it home.
And if Butler gets going, he is not going to let up. He will continue to attack over and over again.
And the Jazz call time here. Terry's checked in for Brandon Pajemski. The list of contenders for the three-point contest is really interesting this year. Every one of these guys is capable of going lights out in a setting like that.
Yeah, the field is almost set, and I wouldn't want to have to make a prediction. These are all fantastic shooters. It's just a matter of who gets hot on that day.
And you look at Hardaway. The third spot in the voting belongs to him. There are very few players with his ability from long range, and it looks like he'll be rewarded with a spot in the three-point contest.
And I'm sure there'll be some changes in the rankings still to come, but you're right. I'd be surprised if there's anyone who wouldn't cast a vote his way.
The voting is just about over, so we'll keep updating you on how it's going. Some very deserving names at the top of this year's list.
Yeah, no problems with the voting thus far. I think the fans and media have done their homework and picked the best shooters in the league.
Here's Hendricks. The Warriors making the shot. Here's Stephens. Pass to Collier. No good with the triple. To the middle. Here's Green. It's hauled in by George.
Well, the defense challenged him just enough to force that miss. They really collapsed when he got close to the rim.
Collier. That's good.
We've all fallen in love with the three-point shot, but that is how the game was designed to be played. Down low, get close, open looks.
Now, here's MP. He's got 11.
Oh, man, I love to see that. MP elevating.
Jazz trail by 14. Pass to Stephens. Inside. And it's George finishing it off.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead.
Now here's Hardaway. 13 points in the game. Way outside MP.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You know, the pregame routine is something I know you embraced, and we see that with guys like Curry and Durant. We've heard a lot about what they do. What was the most important part of your pregame regimen, Tim?
Well, you know, Kevin, for me, I was really going to be judged based on catch-and-shoot percentages. Can I get off threes and can I make threes? So for me, it was all about high-volume three-point shooting before the game, getting comfortable from every spot on the floor where I may get a shot.
And same routine every game?
Every game, same thing, and I made sure, of course, I finished on that make.
Wow. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Golden State. And Utah with a change here, too. Lopez is checked in. Here's the floater. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. So when you look at different approaches to player recovery, from load management, say, Tim, to rub some dirt on it and get back in there, where do you stand on all of that?
Well, I do think teams have done a better job of trying to make sure players are protected from themselves and make sure they're getting enough rest. But I also think there are times guys should be allowed to play through certain types of minor injuries.
Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for Butler.
And the big question for MP is going to be work ethic. Because if he can put in the sweat, there's no reason he can't be a star in this league.
Sensabaugh, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. And the win streak sitting at an astonishing 29 games. A monumental team achievement.
Yeah, look, I've been on some teams that had some great runs. It is so hard because you have to be talented. You've got to be 100% bought in, but then you also need some luck. 50-50 balls bouncing your way. They're getting all of that and then some.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey, Kevin. The Warriors are trying to maximize what Steph Curry has left. Coach Kerr said, quote, "What we're watching with Steph is one of the greatest artists of all time in his twilight. What can we do to give him the best chance to perform, to make the game easier for him?" That's where we are. Back to you.
Looking to stay in the mix. Allie, we thank you very much. Now, here's MP. 17-point lead, their biggest. And the dunk by Hachimura.
and proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Jazz have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Here's Stephens. Terry covering. Pass to Sensabaugh. 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. The three-pointer is right on target. Sensabaugh's got 9.
Well, that's 1 in the first, and now here's his second in this quarter. The defense might want to run him off that line.
MP passes to Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Hardwood is your friend. He used it to his advantage there.
Here's Collier, covered by MP. Here's Sensabaugh. 9 points in the game so far. And the rejection by Gafford. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
And the Warriors with some changes. Williams comes in for Daniel Gafford. And Walker subbed in for Hachimura. And Utah with a change here, too. George is checked in for Collier. Warriors leading by 18. Terry looking over the floor. Pass to MP. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
George against Hardaway. George passes to Stevens. Back to George. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on MP.
Name a type of shot Keontae George can hit it. More than capable of scoring at all 3 levels.
That free throw good from George. The Warriors making a switch here. Fields checked in. And George drops them both. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
And the fact that they did all of that on the road was really impressive.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. Pass to Sensabaugh. Jazz passing it around, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. Walker is screen on George. Hardaway dishes to Walker. Back to Hardaway. Pass to Walker. They kick out to Hield. Floats it up for Kuminga. Stolen by George. Here's Sensabaugh. And here is Lopez, covered by Hield. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is on Hield.
And for a 7-footer, Brook Lopez is pretty versatile. You get all the defensive impact you'd expect, but he can also consistently score on all 3 levels.
That free throw good from Lopez. And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
Kuminga with a wide open look from outside off the mark. Jazz trail by 18. Here's George. Made that one only his 4th of this game after firing 10 times from the floor.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
Walker is screen on George. Here's MP. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
George passes to Stevens. Here's Sensabaugh. Down low. Outside for George. 6 on the shot clock. And a miss there on the triple.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Pass to Kuminga. Now Walker in the corner. It's Healed. Stolen by George. There's 1:59 left now here in the second. Warriors leading by 18. Outside, Walker. Here's Kuminga. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Pass to Stephens, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, that's the kind of play that can earn you a spot on the bench.
The Warriors making a switch here. Hartenstein's checked in. MP passes to Williams, and the slam by Williams.
Slashing with purpose there. After setting that screen, Williams knows where to position himself in these sets.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Hartenstein with the screen on George. Hardaway kicks to Williams. Kicks it out to MP. No good on the 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Back to George. To the paint. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
The Jazz have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. And he can't get the first one. And some changes here for the Warriors. Butler, he's checked in for Robert Williams. Kelly Oubre comes in for Jabari Walker. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Heel. And he sinks the second. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Hardaway. Butler sets a screen for Hardaway. Oubre kicks to MP. Just 5 to shoot. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Hardaway has got 24.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the 2-man game right there.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. The Warriors on top, up 19. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Hello, everybody. Before we dig into the game at hand, let's first catch you up on the trades happening around the NBA.
If you can get a Bradley Beal, do it. Dude's a bucket, can run the offense, and he's clutch.
Yeah, and he's comfortable as your primary scorer, but also as your secondary scorer. He's willing to do either.
And switching back to discuss that first half of action, MP having himself a game.
The confidence of MP stands out to me so far. He's been in total control of the situation, and the defense has not slowed him down.
He has been sensational, leading by example out there. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
For most guys, that's a night's work. It shows you how dominant he's been to this point.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. Trailing by 19. So on the floor for Utah, we've got George, and it's Stevens in at the shooting guard position. Lopez, a screen on Gafford. Down low. Lopez, no luck. The Warriors shooting has been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor. And Tim, you think about rim running centers, Daniel Gafford typifies that type of player.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a great finisher. He knows when to dive at the rim. And what you like with Gafford is that he's willing to meet you there defensively as well.
Butler, no good. Jazz trail by 19. Out to the right wing. And it's Lopez. That time on the assist by George. Lopez has got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Jazz. Butler sets a screen for Hardaway. To the middle. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Yeah, nice job by Jimmy Butler, setting the screen and then finding the open area.
George with the ball. He's got 12. Lopez outside. Hendricks passes to George. Here's Lopez. Defended by Kuminga. Just 5 on the clock. They get the rebound. Pass to Hendricks. Here's Stephens. Here's George. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse. George has got 14 points for the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Great crossover to get free.
Look at MP getting slick with it. That's a great move to have at the ready.
Now, here's George. 14 points for him. Pass to Hendricks. Over Butler. Hendricks can't get it to go. Warriors leading by 19. Hardaway. Hendricks pulls it in.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
And it's George missing. Warriors have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. MP, that's for 2. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. MP's got 4 this quarter.
And you look at this scoring outburst by MP. What's incredible is he still has room to grow.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Another miss by Utah. The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Hield outside. A 3-ball. Sinks the triple. Hield's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And never shying away from a 3. Hield has supreme confidence in his shot.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Looking to end the run. Some solid defense from Gafford.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Hardaway dishes to Hield. Outside Hardaway. To the inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Brook Lopez. And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A tone setter at the defensive end who plays unselfishly. That guy is all about winning.
He misses the free throw. You know, Tim, they say you can't measure hard, but Jimmy Butler, He plays with a lot of heart. He is non-stop.
Well, you can talk about his skill level and IQ, but Kevin, what you love about Butler is his competitive will, and he saves his best for the postseason.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. And Rui Hachimura's subbed in for Jonathan Kuminga. Utah has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Hendricks. Green against Lopez. When you think about elite offensive players, Tim, what's one area that can really put them over the top and into a completely different category?
I think it's those guys that have a willingness to move without the basketball. If you have a willingness to run and cut and respace, it's going to create a lot of problems for a defense.
Has that even become more of a thing now as you watch these high-octane space and pace type offenses?
There is no question it's become something that's a priority for teams now. And I also think the ingenuity of these young coaches creates a better flow offensively if you're willing to run without the basketball.
That's terrific. Walker's checked in for the Warriors. Terry comes in for Hield.
And the leadership Lopez gives this team really important. He's someone his younger teammates look up to. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
And that one falls for Hachimura. Here's George. He's got 14. Utah calls timeout.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
The rotations right now are just not good enough. That's going to be a problem defensively all night.
And let's go to our leaderboard. Instant offense is the specialty of these guys. The highest scoring shooting guards of the past month. MP is number 1.
Possibly the single most dangerous player in the league right now. I mean, a machine at the offensive end, just so hard for any defense to deal with.
Well, you've seen it all year long. You just can't slow him down. He has become a 2-guard that is a problem now for every team in the league.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, well, Draymond Green is getting serious in the weight room. He said, one thing I learned is you have to lift weights. I was always naturally strong, so I was like, what do I need to lift for? These guys can't move me right now. But your body needs to be able to withstand the pounding of a long season. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you. Here's Sensabaugh. 10 points for him. 4 on the clock. That one falls. Sensabaugh has got 12 points in the game.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
And here is MP. And he has 28 points for the game. And MP throws it down hard.
Well, life is good when you have someone as young as MP showing that much poise running pick and roll.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Utah has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. George, no good.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
The wide-open look here for Terry. Green kicks to Hachimura. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Pass to Lopez. Here's Stephens. This one for 3. Terry grabs the board.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
And here is Hardaway. Inside, here's Green. Makes it off the glass.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The Jazz shooting not great, 40% for the game. George passes to Stevens. Pass to George. Another miss by Utah.
He just can't get anything going in this quarter, and his team desperately in need of a spark.
Hardaway with the bounce pass. Another possession, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over. Hartenstein's checked in for Golden State. Kelly Oubre comes in for Walker. George is checked in for Utah. Hachimura's gone 5 of 6 in field goal attempts tonight. To the paint, here's Hendricks. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Hardaway kicks to Terry. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Back to George. Over Hardaway. And the rejection by MP. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Hardaway. First in assist, and of course, he's the #1 shot blocker in the league. Just an imposing presence inside.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. #1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Podziemski, he's checked in for the Warriors. Hardaway, no good.
Well, he made a couple of shots early, but since the half, he just can't seem to find his rhythm.
Pass to Stephens. Here he goes. That one wide left.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Hartenstein finds MP. Back to Hartenstein. Outside, George. Outside, George. Five on the clock. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The 3 from MP. And he's good on the 3 ball. Hardaway's got 33.
What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
And Lopez throws it down.
And really an effective scorer from day one in the association. Lopez's ability to adapt has really kept him relevant.
And MP throws it down hard.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. And Lopez gets it to go. Lopez has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, he's certainly not the reason they're down. If they're going to grab the lead here, more guys are going to have to step up.
Now here is Hachimura. He's covered closely. Hachimura setting the pick for MP. Hachimura the pass to Oubre. The 3. Hachimura no good. Jazz shooting pretty terrible here in the 3rd quarter at around 30%. Hendricks, and that one is stuffed right through.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Oubre dishes to Hardaway. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Hardaway has got 37.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the 2-man game right there.
Pass to George. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Jazz passing it around. George passes to Lopez. And the rejection by MP. Pass to Hachimura. Out to Hardaway. Hachimura setting the pick for Hardaway. In the corner, it's Oubre. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Here's Stephens. From outside the arc. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Golden State Warriors having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
Yeah, the pass was so effective. Great job moving the ball with purpose.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Jabari Walker is out there with Oubre. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. Then it's Terry. And it's Green in at the 5 down low. Pass to Sensabaugh. Bangs home the trifecta.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
And finished off by Oubre.
A powerful finisher. Oubre Jr., you deserve to get dunked on when you let him get inside.
Here's Sensabaugh, covered by Oubre. Pass to Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. Shoots over Oubre. Sensabaugh no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Terry finds Green. So, Tim, in the past, it's always been accepted that the veteran-laden teams would have an edge. But I don't know if we're seeing that as much now. What do you think?
Well, I think you used to see a lot more continuity with rosters across a number of years. But nowadays, much shorter contracts means you have teams that evolve and change more regularly than ever before.
Almost feels like you got to be more nimble as a franchise than ever before.
You absolutely have to have much more forethought because you keep these groups together for a shorter period of time.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And Jabari Walker picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Brook Lopez is checked in for the Jazz. Pass to Collier. Just 4 to shoot. Over Terry. And it's Collier missing. And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. They get it back. Walker. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Collier. Pass to Sensabaugh. Another miss by Utah.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Now Pajemski. Oubre outside. There's the screen. That shot missing. The Jazz have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. The 3. Walker with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Pajemski. We all hear about AI. in the workplace. And I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
And finished off by Oubre.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Sensabaugh. They could use a bucket. Misses at the rim. Warriors have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. The 11-footer misses off the right iron. Utah's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target with his 3. Utah shooting a meager 37% for the game. Lopez, a screen on Oubre. Pass to Sensabaugh. Count that bucket. Sensabaugh's got 5 points in the quarter.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
Now Podziemski. There's a screen. Terry finds Walker. Now Oubre. Now Podziemski. And again, no good by Golden State.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
Green with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez.
This is what separates Green from most bigs. A point forward who excels at passing.
Lopez inside, working on Green. The shot's good from Lopez.
I love the shot selection from him right now. He's not settling, and that's why he's shooting at a very high rate.
Outside, Walker. Green with a screen on George. And Walker kicks to Green. Hits the jumper in space.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
What a great pass. It was on time and on target.
Podziemski, the bounce pass. Here's Oubre. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. For Utah, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Count it.
And that's the shot they were looking for, right under the hoop.
Outside, Green. Outside, Walker. Down low. Pass to Podziemski. Nailed from three-point land. Podziemski's got his first 3 points of the game.
Such an underappreciated passer. Draymond has set up more than a few 3 balls in his career.
And it's Collier missing. Golden State's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Green taking his time here. Oubre against George. Oubre can't get it to go.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
Greg, when it comes to All-Star Weekend, which event do you look forward to the most?
It's got to be the three-point contest, right? No judges, no half-hearted defense. There's a purity to it that I just appreciate.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And from technical fouls, Tim, to flagrant fouls, it always seems like Draymond Green is walking that line and in the crosshairs.
Walking that line or stomping on that line. I don't know what, but it's where he seems to want to live. You love that competitive fire. You just have to make sure it doesn't cross the line where he hurts his team.
But don't you think he knows exactly what he's doing at all times?
He understands most officials don't want to give him that second technical, that's for sure.
Pass to George. Lets the three fly. Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Here's Green. Lopez against Oubre. Over Lopez. Oubre can't get it to go.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Lopez inside, guarded by Green. The shot's good from Lopez. Lopez has got 14 points now in the second half. Podziemski finds Oubre. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Tim, I think it's safe to say that Kelly Oubre is an eccentric guy.
Well, Kevin, he's got the tattoos, the painted fingernails, certainly not afraid to express himself stylistically. And in this league, if you can play, well, the dress code is flexible.
No good on the free throw. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
Good on the second free throw. And the Jazz with possession here. Pass to Hendricks. Jazz passing it around. Shoots over Walker. And too long on the shot. Golden State's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Kicks it out to Terry. Now Podziemski. Good on the triple. Podziemski's got 6 here in this quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Sends the ball, no good. Golden State's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It will go down as their 48th win.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
Well, he really made his presence felt defensively. Blocking shots, altering shots. He was their anchor.
Lopez kicks to George. Here's Hendricks. He's defended by Podziemski. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
As we send you over to Jennifer Quintana from the sideline.
A hard-fought win, MP. Basketball is a game of runs. Sometimes winning or losing comes down to which team makes the final run. More than once tonight, the defense, yours especially, kept them from the types of buckets that build a run or keep one going. Your thoughts?
Coach likes to say in every win, there's one stop that sets it in motion. It can come at any time. You might not even notice it when it happens, but there are stops that start chain reactions. All right, you following me here, Jennifer? Okay, so we're not just trying to win games. We want our opponents to feel like they're down before tip-off. A lot of that starts with defense. And when I'm blocking shots, like I did tonight, I wouldn't want to play us. I'll tell you that.
Makes sense.